Hello my friends, I hope you're doing super wonderful, and today I have something really special for you. A free and super interactive PowerPoint Slide Zoom course created just for you. First we will start with Slide Zoom Basics, where you will learn what a Slide Zoom is and how you can insert one. After that we will continue to Slide Zoom Essentials, where you will learn how to customize your slide zooms, and finally we will master the Slide Zoom animations and make your slide zooms even more dynamic. Each chapter comes with plenty of interactive lessons that makes it easy to learn all of these slide zoom concepts. And at the end of each chapter, there will be a quiz waiting for you, and this way you'll be able to test your knowledge before moving on. And this course works perfectly on any device, desktop, laptop, tablet, or your phone. All you need is an internet connection. The course is live and ready, and you can jump into it right away, but before that I encourage you to watch this video till the end and learn how I have managed to create this beautiful Slide Zoom course just using PowerPoint and one special PowerPoint plugin. Maybe you are thinking about creating a course as well. In that case, let's go! So first of all, I want to say huge thanks to iSpring Solutions for their awesome PowerPoint plugin iSpring Suite 11 that allows you to create interactive online courses just using PowerPoint. iSpring Suite 11 has all of the tools for easy course creation. If you already have all of your slides ready, you can easily convert them into an online course. Feel free to add video lectures, screen recordings, voiceover, interactive clickable content, interactive role plays, quizzes, and assets from the iSpring content library, such as characters and backgrounds. Link is in the video description. Check out iSpring Suite 11. And as well, super thanks to iSpring for sponsoring today's video. Thanks to iSpring, the Slide Zoom course is absolutely free. Link to the course is in the video description as well. Alright my friends, and now let me take you on a journey of creating a Slide Zoom course in PowerPoint. And of course, feel free to use the tips and tricks that you learn in this video for any kind of course that you might want to create. Maybe a course for your work, university, or your school. So first I had to decide on the topic of the course, and I have decided to go with slide zooms. And feel free to choose any topic that you wish. Maybe you just would like to share your presentation and make it viewable online. You can do that as well with iSpring. Next, let's talk about the structure of the course. I have divided everything into 3 big chapters: Slide Zoom Basics, Slide Zoom Essentials, and Slide Zoom Animation. Decide how many chapters you would like to have in your course. And now for each chapter I have created an interactive clickable dashboard. The whole idea of this clickable dashboard is that it is made out of slide zooms. So you just zoom into any lesson that you wish, and once you're done you zoom back to the dashboard. That's a cool way to learn. By the way, as you have probably noticed, some of my slides are hidden. And the reason for that is that in the course player I would like to keep only the highest level slides visible, such as chapter dashboards and quizzes, and the rest of the slides would be discoverable through slide zooms or hyperlinks. And a great tool to manage the visibility of your slides in one place is this iSpring feature called Slide Properties. Here you can easily see which slides are hidden, and other useful information such as slide transition options, presenter, and interactive objects. You can set slide branching here as well, so for example, if a student fails quiz number 1, in that case, he or she would be automatically taken back to the beginning of the chapter in order to review the lessons. That's nice. Now let's talk about the voiceovers. iSpring has this handy tool called Manage Narration, where you can easily see all of your voiceovers for all of the slides. And you can record a voiceover by clicking on this Record Audio button. But what I did, I just pre-recorded all of the narration that I will need for the whole course. I was using Audacity to do that. And then I just inserted this one big audio clip into the timeline. I sliced it up and positioned each piece of audio next to each slide. Alright, and now let's look at the format of the lessons. Some of them have clickable slide zooms, some of them have screen recordings, and some of them have interactive clickable menus and role plays. There are many tools, and one of them is called Interaction. It helps you build interactive slides quickly. You can choose from many interactions such as steps, process, hotspot, accordion, and others. I have used steps and tabs interactions in my course. They're really easy to insert and customize. Creating something like that just using PowerPoint would take much more time. By the way, quick tip, if you'd like to make your slides a little bit more lively, you could add characters from the iSpring content library. You can choose from photos and illustrations, and you can add backgrounds as well. And if you're starting from scratch and don't have any slides yet, don't worry. Feel free to explore the slide templates provided by iSpring in the iSpring content library. And let's actually open up slide templates provided by iSpring and let's explore them for a little bit. Let's see what we can find. So we definitely have some nice slides to choose from, and I like the fact that I can filter those slides based on slide categories, such as opening, navigation, or content. That's awesome. Okay, my friends, and now the next super fun thing to do is to insert quizzes into your course. I have added a quiz after each chapter to test your knowledge. Actually, after chapter 2, I have added a role play, not a quiz, but the purpose is the same, to test your knowledge. Creating quizzes is super easy, as it was with interactions. You can choose from many types of questions, such as multiple choice, matching, drag and drop, and others. I have decided to grade my quizzes, so you will pass my quizzes only if you get 8% or more. So make sure you do a great job, and don't worry, you can retry all of the quizzes as many times as you want. And next, let's talk about role plays. I have inserted a role play after chapter 2, and role plays are usually used to create some kind of training simulations, for example for customer service. But I thought it could be a fun alternative to a quiz. First, you'll have to choose a character and a background for your character, and after that you'll be able to create as many roleplay scenes as you wish. And the whole idea of a roleplay is that a character will be asking your students some questions, and your students will have to pick the right answers. And what's cool is that your character can get different emotions based on the answers. You decide how the roleplay unfolds and how many questions and answers there are. What's super cool is that you can add a voiceover to your character. I have used the iSpring's text-to-speech tool and converted all of my character's script into an AI-generated voice. That's super nice.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'll help one skill and ask you some questions about the slide zoom essentials. Are you ready?
Finally, when you're done with your slides, just give it a preview, click on the button preview and check out your course. You might see something that you would like to change, or you might want to customize the look of your player, and you can do that very easily. And I'm actually super impressed with how well iSpring has converted all of my slides into a course. Everything is working: animations, animation triggers, slide zooms, morph transition, and hyperlinks. It looks like you could even create a website just using PowerPoint and iSpring. And now let's continue with the player customization. Just click on this button player, and here you'll be able to customize your course player. Choose the type of your player. It could be a player designed for video lectures, or it could be a universal player. After that, choose your favorite colors and customize the layout. Alright my friends, once all of the slides are ready and everything is perfect, it's time to publish your course. And here you have a couple of options. First, you can publish your course to your computer. I think it's a good practice to publish your course locally, so that you could check one more time if everything is working as expected. Next, you can publish your course to iSpring Space, that is a cloud service by iSpring. And if you would need to publish your course to a learning management system, LMS, you could do that as well. iSpring works perfectly with more than 150 popular learning management systems. And by the way, iSpring has their own LMS, it's called iSpring Learn. You can publish directly to YouTube too. And I have chosen the iSpring Space so that I could easily share this course with all of you, my dear friends. And one more quick tip: when you are viewing the lessons, feel free to change the playback speed. You can go slower or faster. Let's check it out. Hello my friends, and welcome to the Slide Zoom course, where you will learn how you can create dynamic and engaging presentations with slide zooms. My name is OneSkill, and this course was created using iSpring Suite Max 11. So let's go. And now welcome to the first chapter of this course, Slide Zoom Basics. Here you will learn what a slide zoom is, why should you use slide zooms in your presentations, what kind of slide zooms you can use, and how to actually insert slide zooms into your presentations. So just click on any of these cards and learn more. And once you feel ready, click on this green button and test your skills. Once again, super thanks to iSpring Solutions for creating this awesome PowerPoint plugin, iSpring Suite 11, for easy online course creation. Go check them out, link is in the video description. And that's all for this video, my friends. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.